In today's video, we're going to be going over a very important topic as well as outlining the idealism of partnerships in crypto and Cardano and the outlook of Cardano in 2030 and the decentralization and overall ability for Cardano to function and serve its original purpose going into the next decade. First of all, what I mean by that is overall decentralization. To me, if Cardano doesn't have decentralization, I don't want to be here. I want the map to go up and not down. Yes, it could go down a little bit and still be pretty decentralized, but overall, I want Cardano to maintain that enthusiasm about being a distributed ledger or distributed system across the world, across the globe, that it is censorship resistant, that one entity like Binance or Amazon can't control directly or have a even bigger stake than they already have in the network. And when I asked the Magic 8 Ball, the outlook is pretty good. This was actually the first try of me rolling it. If Cardano is still going to be decentralized in 2030, and ultimately that is the reason that I stay around in Cardano, because decentralization is still a large topic at hand here. And though I didn't put decentralization in the title because I know less people will click it, more people are paying attention to price. It is an important topic that dictates the entire network health and the entire price of ADA overall. If we don't have decentralization, the price of ADA likely is not going to go up. Or maybe it will, you never know, but didn't work out so well for the other VC blockchains, even though they did amass a large price and market cap and still do have a large price and market cap, but I won't mention those today. Speaking of decentralization, I would encourage you guys to stake with single pools. I'm a single pool, Jack is a single pool. You can stake with Jack's stake pool, you can stake with any stake pool, it's a single pool, really. Basically, as long as you have your 8 off exchanges, that's the most important part. And then stake with someone who you want electing blocks directly. Maybe you know them on Twitter, maybe you know them on YouTube. I don't know, but stake with a stake pool yourself. Do it in your own wallet and figure out who you want to support and who you want to give your ADA to elect to mint blocks in the Cardano blockchain and actually control the blockchain in a sense. Now, what I want to mention today, starting off and what led me into this whole rabbit hole of decentralization and the cost effect of having partnerships or Amazon come into Cardano or crypto, is AxoTrade. This is a platform building on Cardano. They have been committed to working and building something really great for Cardano. I think one of the catalysts for Cardano that's going to launch the financial tooling of blockchains in general into a large upper echelon of more people and traditional finance coming into decentralized finance, especially on Cardano and utilizing Cardano's blockchain. But they have paused working on partnerships and committed to working with great projects on Cardano, but they're not going to promote any partnerships anymore. And in my eyes, crypto partnerships are kind of just shady. They don't work very well. You can use things without being partnered directly. Most of these partnerships in crypto are all just BuzzFeed or news or hype to get people excited, but they're mostly, and I say this mostly, nothing burgers. They don't really matter in the sense that they had to announce it or be officially partnered. And a lot of these tools that can be used that are partnered could have done the same things that they're doing without actually being officially partnered. So most of them, they're nice to hear, they're good to cover, they're good to talk about, but they're not all that big in the grand scheme of things. And what that led me into is this partnership, Amazon partnering with the Avalanche blockchain. Not long ago, I also saw a partnership with Google Cloud and Solana. These kinds of partnerships are mostly to help people make nodes and host them with the cloud services, which is cool, and it helps developers get onboarded and process different types of dApps. But if your dApp is running nodes, or if Cardano was to run nodes with just AWS or get a partnership, that means there's more centralization there. You're losing the minimal attack vector in the sense that Amazon could right now, which already controls, if we scroll down here, 36% of network stake. So 36% of the network stake is in stake pools that use Amazon AWS to host their relays or nodes. That is a big number. We don't want this to be bigger. If you're talking about partnerships with Avalanche to scale blockchain solutions for enterprises and governments, this really means that it's making it easier for people to host nodes, Avalanche nodes, the blockchain of Avalanche, with AWS, which in turn decreases decentralization because more people are using a centralized service to do it. That's not the best solution to me. It is good. It will get more adoption to blockchain in general, but it's just, to me, another nothing sandwich in the sense that it is not really a net positive in the end of the line. People were even asking and replying to this tweet right here, talking about the partnership with Avalanche and Amazon. And it's really cool that Amazon's getting into blockchain tech, but use it for payments, use it for other things. I don't want to see personally Cardano and Amazon having an official partnership, because right now people can host already their Cardano nodes with AWS. It's not stopping them, but having a partnership is likely going to increase the amount of people who are only using AWS, and then therefore Amazon now controls all of a sudden 48% of the nodes on Cardano, and they could say, hey, we don't want Cardano nodes anymore. Done. Snap them off. Yes, those people could use different providers, or they could switch over to their own local system because they have the keys, but it's an attack factor in itself, and it's not the best thing, and it's not something I like to think about as being a good thing or a net positive, even after the network effects come into play. So someone was irritated about Cardano not getting something like this. I said no thanks, honestly. And some people, including Dan on Twitter, Crypto Recruiter, who made the video, made this announcement kind of about this tweet, didn't really understand where I was coming from, and how this could be better for decentralization or worse. And I tweeted it and I explained it. But to be honest, it comes down to just Amazon being already a network of billions of dollars and billions of users, and having access to parts of Cardano by people hosting their nodes, already being a huge amount of nodes, 36% of a network stake. This growing is not a good thing. This would decrease the MAV technically on Cardano, even though people can move their stake. It's not necessarily something you want to see a large Web2 company having so much control of the relays and nodes that are using Cardano. I hope I'm getting the point across of this and how this is not very good. I maybe hope you can see what I'm saying. I do understand that having a company like Amazon come into cryptocurrency is bullish for the entire space, and it means that there's something here, like it's actually something here, which is reassuring at the same time, but it also makes me think critically of Cardano and just thinking of how this may spiral against us. Okay, just trying to think about other things and possibilities outside of just the benefits, but there's also drawbacks to everything that comes in good faith, also takes things away, and especially in this scenario, from Cardano's decentralization. I know I may sound kind of annoyed or, berated, and maybe I'm wrong on some fronts of this, but I really do believe that having more centralized partnerships, which, to be honest, people could already host Avalanche nodes on AWS. This makes it easier, but the possibility was always there. This is really just a marketing attempt, and a successful one at that. It's going to be successful, but if this happens with any blockchain, it's going to decrease decentralization. And to me, the whole point of me being Cardano is that Shelley era, the decentralization era, the part where we have a censorship resistant blockchain, and not somewhere where if the government wants to, they could just call up Amazon, tell them to shut down all the Cardano nodes because they don't like what's going on over here. We don't want that, and that's why I would rather not have an Amazon partnership, as maybe salty as people think I am, or that I'm missing out, or Cardano is being ignored. Cardano is doing everything it can to be decentralized, or I hope, that's my hope, that we can do everything we can to remain decentralized, and AWS is not really a net positive being partnered with. Anyways, that's it for today's video. If you want to share this, or you want to put this on Twitter, or reply to me in the comments below and your thoughts on the situation, then feel free to do so. But I do think mostly partnerships in crypto are kind of surface level, just marketing. A lot of these tools and systems can be used without having an official partnership. And that's the beauty to me of Cardano, is that there isn't really any huge centralized partnerships. I mean, there are centralized entities at play here, but Cardano does things differently. That's the whole reason I'm in Cardano, and I'm glad Cardano is very focused on decentralization, because to me, that's the ethos of crypto and the ethos of what is going on here, to be that decentralized entity or decentralized solution in financial tooling. I know, a lot of big words, but I'll leave you guys at that. See you guys in tomorrow's video. It's been your friend Jack. Peace.